Hello guys, welcome to my channel EduTech. So today we are going to start a new playlist on the DBT, on the topic DBT. So yeah, in this video we are going to have the quick overview about the DBT and what is DBT, why it is used, and what are the benefits of this one. So quickly we will go through that one for this video, and we are going to create a playlist on the DBT series so that we will get end-to-end learning about the DBT and end-to-end learning about DBT, and we can have the practice hands on the DBT as well. So yeah, please let's start the overview. So yeah, first thing, what is DBT exactly? So DBT, it is a data build tool. It's an open source command line tool, so that helps to analysts, data engineers to transform, test, document, and deploy as well their data to workloads in database. In data means this mostly useful for in warehouse development. So there we can directly this DBT execute the queries on in database. So it supports, and it is not supported for the specific warehouse. So it will be useful for multiple warehouses. So mostly if we can talk about DBT, so suppose earlier we used to use the ETL transfer ETL model to load data from multiple sources to transform and load into the one place, data warehouse. So that was ETL. So DBT is mostly we are working with ELT approach. In ELT, first we are extracting all the data and putting in one place. Either it is data lake or one of the raw place. We will put all the data, and then we can transform the data as per our need, as per the business requirements. So just can just see this diagram. So as per this we can just go through. So for in this diagram there are three sections: data orchestration, data quality, and data catalog. So data orchestration is basically uh, this is the ingest part, or extract and ingest. So this is from where we will extract the data using different tools. Here we can see the different tools for data ingestions. So that earbyte, earcon, stream something, this kind of tools, those can connect to source systems and bring the data to our targets place. So targets will be here it will be like, so Databricks, Snowflakes, Redshift, BigQuery, and yeah though and etc. So once data will be there, so that tools, orchestration tools, ingestion tools are just extracting data and loading into that place. Then then there is data quality, where actually DBT comes into picture. So what DBT will do, DBT will get that data from that location, from that raw layer, transform that data, and load that data into the same warehouse, but that is a different layer, which will be kind of like a transform layer. So that way, I mean, it will be in that particular warehouse. So this is tool, DBT is a tool, and that will work on that in warehouse. So it will mostly backend DBT will execute the SQL queries and execute on that particular data warehouse. So take it from one database and load it into another layer. That is what main DBT functionality. So yeah. So and once we will do the transformation in the transform layer, and then last third layer will be data catalog. So data catalog actually where the end user or end systems will access that data. So here in top layer we can see analysis and visualization. So here so we can use Tableau, Power BI, some reporting tools to visualize data, or else below we can see senses, operational analytics, where ML models needs that data, transform data, so that they can also use from there. And some places like business users also want to see the data, do some analysis on data, so those people also can use that data. Then yeah, this is about it. Then third approach we can yeah, so third one is this one, you can see. So DBT and modern BI stacks. So how DBT is used with modern BI stacks. So what we saw in a previous diagram, that was the different tools which we are using for the different layers. So here we are considering Snowflake as our data warehouse, and based on that I can just explain based on that. So on left hand side, if you can see, we saw that Airbytes and all the tools, right, ingestion tools in the previous diagram. These all the tools, Airbyte, Aircon, and all. So those comes in picture in data loader part, data loader box. and these all are different source systems. So from this all the source systems, this data loader will extract the data, bring that data, fetch that data, and put that data into the raw data layer. This is raw data, one box is the raw data layer. So data loader work is that's the work to bring that data, extract data, and put it into raw layer. Then the next part is actually DBT comes into the picture because we want to load the data in transform layer. But transform layer, to load that data, first we need to transform that data and then load. So we have different tools as well, so we can do that. But if you want to do that, so that will be kind of completely separate separate tools. So that tools will read the data from that raw layer, then do the transformation on their environment, and then load the data into this transform layer. So we don't want to do that way. So if you want to do like in that same warehouse, everything should happen in the same warehouse. We don't need to uh, bring the give the data to other layer and then other tools and bring it back. So what DBT is a kind of tool, so it is in-house tool, data tool, so which will read from that same data warehouse, that raw layer, and load into the same data warehouse in transform layer. So it's just layer change, but we are using in same data warehouse. So at the end, backend, when DBT will run, so whenever we are doing transformations, we will write complete SQL. So when we will do the transformation, we will do hands-on. That time I can show you how we need to write that queries and all. So DBT will read that queries and execute on the that same server. So backend it will just execute SQL queries, nothing else. There is no big thing in that. Just SQL and configuration we need to. And then once we are putting in transform, then in right side at the end we can see ML tools, sorry, BI tools and other data consumers. So BI tools comes under our Tableau, Power BI, some visualization tools, and then below other consumer also we can say that ML models are accessing that data, then business users and all that will comes into this picture. So this way actually end user can access data. They don't need to like do extra things, so directly they can use the data. So main thing of the DBT comes into under picture is just for transformation purpose. Then the next thing is that DBT offers different products. So DBT have two products. One is DBT core and another one is DBT what we can say, DBT cloud. Yeah, so core, DBT core is the uh, open source command line interface. So where it gives some commands, so based on that we can set up on our locally DBT project or open source. If you don't want to go with the paid version, so we can use that DBT core and we can use actually core in our project, so that way we can do. So it's open source and command line interface. But if you go to DBT cloud, so DBT cloud is a little bit paid version. So here it allows to transfer data, test scheduling, in which data model using single fully managed service through web interface. So there mostly it is web interface. So whenever we can see once we log into DBT cloud, so it will have like UI interface where we can write our DBT core project. Then we can see the lineage means like if suppose we have different tables, and each table is different on each one of them, so we can see that dependency graph of that all the tables. And then we can alert also, we can build their alert facilities, and then yeah, alert logging. So most enhanced features will get in DBT cloud. So both are helpful, but if in our development we are going to use DBT core because it's open source and easily we can manage and set up on our local. So yeah, so our next topic will be to mostly start our DBT first project. So first we will go, I mean then there we will go through what are the main components of the DBT project, and what will be the folder structure has to be there, so that it will be easier to understand where to keep the SQL queries, where to keep the reusable codes, and also that we can go through each part, and then we can start our actual development part of them. So yeah, so that's it for today. So please stay tuned for the next video where we can learn more about the DBT. Yeah, so if you understood the things, and please, if you are new on this channel, so please like, share and subscribe. And yeah, please let me know any feedbacks if you want some more detail on this topic or not. So yeah, please, thank you, bye bye.